I was born in Montreal, Quebec. I moved back west to Saskatchewan for studies, and I discovered that they have victim services there. So I started volunteering. I discovered that the same programs were offered in Calgary also. And now I've been volunteering with VAS for the past 9 years. To me, helping was such a broad statement, but it's when you dive through the lives of people that you can see the full spectrum of what grief truly is. One that stays with me is actually a homicide. Mom lost her child. She came to Calgary to attend the trial. I was there with her for 3 days. What I remember from that homicide trial is sitting right next to Mom, as I could feel the stress going through her body. I could hear her breathing. At one point of time, she also collapsed and EMS had to be called. It's reliving the experience again for her. She lost her son once, and it was the second time that she was losing him. I tried to express that those details are not details that she has to remember or hear again if she does not want to. She is allowed to leave the room. I tried to support her as much as possible, but it was a difficult trial. Grief is different for everyone. I mean, it may be that you will sit with someone and they are matter of fact, they just want the practical information, right? And with someone else, you are just there sitting with them and the pain is palpable even. One call that sticks out in my mind is a father that actually murdered his 2 daughters and set the home on fire. And he died by suicide on that day. We were tasked to meet with the mom, a mom that has just lost 1 daughter and the second one actually is in hospital fighting for her life. It was really just walking through that first stage of grief with her at that very moment, and it was really raw. The emotions were, it's the only word that I have, they were raw. They were very raw. I felt like I was like a sponge, helping carry those emotions with her. You have to be willing to look into a dark hole and just reach in and take the hand of the person who's in there. If you're not willing to do that, then VAS may not be the best place for you because you will look into dark holes. You're not going to plunge in there with the person, but you will have to reach in order to help. I had my own personal traumas. Okay, I was married from 2000 to 2005. I was raped multiple times by my husband. It's not something that you discuss at the time. It's not something that you discuss with family members at the time. It's not something that that I felt I was allowed to report at the time. And I didn't know the services that were there at the time also. I would have been able to walk a different path in terms of my recovery. It would have been facilitated in a way that I would not have experienced so much harm. While on the phone with someone, I am there to validate their feelings and to make sure that they know that whatever victimized them, it's not their fault. When you are victimized or going through grief and you feel either numb or you don't know what the criminal justice system, the court process looks like, I want to be there in order to provide that information, or I want to be there just to hold your hand or just to be there. If there's no one else, I want to be able to be there. We have such a welcoming environment. I mean, you always want to be there. Everyone is always friendly. The staff is always very welcoming. Someone may think it's just volunteering. Well, it's not. It's something that has helped me in my life find stability, find emotional stability, it's impossible not to grow, to not see the world differently, to not see balance also. There's a lot of bad, but there's a lot of good. That's what VAST teaches me every day. Perspective, compassion. You see how people can be resilient. The fact that there's purpose in the work that I do with VAST. That's the biggest reward for me.